Good for him. I love daffodils.
I do too.
They're
Look at that yard.
Happy flowers. Yep. And that's a perfect lead in into Lisa Briggs. She's here ready to take your plant and garden questions. Hi, Lisa.
Your microphone's not on. There's a little button on the back.
Okay, good.
There you go. Now we got you.
So daffodils come back with more than one bloom?
They do. They naturalize, and he is right. They are a little bit toxic, and so animals won't eat them, and rabbits and squirrels tend not to dig them up because the reason they're digging stuff up is to eat it. So they are really nice. However, kind of one note, it probably looks glorious for a month, and then you got nothing.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, 270-9933 is the number if you have a question for Lisa. Let's go to Donna in Madison. Hi, Donna. What's your question?
Hi there. Thanks for taking my call.
You're welcome.
I am interested in finding something that will help us with our rabbit and small ground squirrel problems. They're just eating all of our plants, and I really don't know what to put on them to keep them away.
This year, I have had really good luck with predator urine. It sounds disgusting, but they now make it in a granular form. It used to be it was liquidy and you had to put it on a cotton ball and kind of leave it around the yard. It was disgusting. But now it's in a shaker, so it is granular. You sort of sprinkle it on the plants. It doesn't smell to you, but it does smell to them. So you can do fox or coyote. There are several. You can up the ante on how large the predator is, and it's working really well in my yard, keeping the rabbits away from my hosta.
Okay.
Just make sure you don't grab that instead of the seasoned salt.
There you go.
All right, let's go to Richard now in Wanakee. Hi, Richard.
I have a question about bloodroot. We used to have a whole bunch of it in our woods, and it has died back to where we might have a leaf or two here and there. I was wondering if there's a way to restore it or maybe what's affecting it.
You know, I don't know. Bloodroot is pretty easy to, you plant a couple plugs here and there, and over the years it does tend to sort of spread all over the place. It grows by seed. I would suspect that if it's not flowering for whatever reason, then that might be why you're not getting it increasing. I wonder if something is sort of biting the flowers or digging it up or something like that. I will do some research and get back to you guys when I come next time to see if there's a reason why it's dying back.
All right, very good. Let's go to Bob in Madison. Hi, Bob. What's your question? Bob, are you there? Can Bob hear us?
Bob wants to know how to control Creeping Charlie.
Out of control Creeping Charlie.
How to control it.
How to control it. Okay, so you want to treat it with a herbicide. If it's in your lawn, there are herbicides that are made exactly for broadleaf leaves that will not affect your grass, and you're going to want to treat it probably 2 or 3 times. Right now is good because it's starting to flower, and then you'll want to treat it again in the fall when it starts to purple up, and then again next spring. If it's in your garden beds, then you either have to dig it out or you will want to use a broadleaf herbicide like Roundup and just be really careful with how you apply it.
Does it work with no rain?
Yes, those are spray-on chemicals, so yes, they will work with no rain.
All right. Let's go to Judy in McFarland. Hi, Judy.
Hi, actually, my name is Julie. I have a question about Creeping Charlie. It's really bad. I cannot seem to find a way to get rid of it.
So we just talked about that on the question before. There are a couple of chemical treatments, one that's made specifically for Creeping Charlie in your lawn, and another one that is made for it when it's in your garden beds. The thing is you have to apply it more than one time. Creeping Charlie is really tenacious, and it's not a one-shot deal.
All right, so a lot of people seem to be having a problem with that. Carla from Cassville, hi there. What's your question?
When is a good time to move rhubarb?
I like to move rhubarb best when it's just starting to come up. You can dig up the clump, take a sharp shovel and cut it into pieces and move it around. Once it really starts to bear those the big leaves and stalks, I'd wait until next spring.
You know, it's going to be 70s this weekend. A lot of people are going to be tempted to start planting gardens. Is it too early?
It's going to depend on what the weather does after this weekend. If you've got stuff that you want to plant like tomatoes, peppers, coleus, sweet potato vine, I would hold off on that stuff until we see what's going to happen past the middle of May. But trees and shrubs that you're buying in the garden center, most perennials, there are a lot of cool season veg. I'm putting my stuff out this weekend.
Okay. Let's go to Larry in Edgerton. Hi, Larry. What's your question?
There we go. Sorry, there's Larry.
Larry.
Hello?
Go ahead.
Hi, go ahead.
Yeah, I use the spray bottle for weeds that you connect to your garden hose, and I spray. The instructions say use twice a year. Would I do any harm to the lawn if I do it more than twice a year?
Well, it's just that if you're a lot of broadleaf weeds, like we've talked about Creeping Charlie in a couple of previous questions, the chemical is really more effective at certain times of the year. So best to follow package instructions. They're there for a reason.
Okay, good advice. Thank you all for calling in. Lisa, thanks for coming out today.
Great to see you, Lisa.
Good to see you guys, too.
We'll see you soon. We'll have a final check of your forecast coming up.